Hello, my dear students. How are you all? Welcome to Mehdi English School. Myself Nilufar Miss, and my subject is mathematics, that you all know. Let's start today's online lecture. So, as you know, this thing that we always begin our lecture with the quote. So, today also we are going to begin our lecture with the quote. So, this is the quote of the day. Work hard and be nice. This is the quote of the day. I repeat this quote today because I like this quote and you also like this quote, because there is a deep lines is there. Work hard, it means study hard and be nice with everyone, with your parents, with your family, with your teachers, with your friends, with everyone. Always be nice with everyone. Now let's start chapter number 8 and exploring multiplication further. This is the name of this chapter. So we are doing revision. We already completed this topics and this chapter before only, but the portion is completed. Now we are doing revision for your final examination. So please do revision very well. So you will get good marks in the final exam, right? You will get first rank if you are doing revision very well of all the subjects. Okay, so let's do revision now. So where we was in the previous topic, do you remember? We was doing the problem solving sum. We did the some textbook exercise. So let's continue with the problem solving sum of the textbook exercise. Let's do this, and if you having any problem regarding this video, so you can ask me in the Google Meet session. We are coming live on the Google Meet, so we can talk on Google Meet if you having any question. So please watch the video and note down if any doubt you have, so you can ask me later while Google Meet session was there. So let's start the textbook exercise of the problem solving sum. Now we completed till the question number 1. We did complete of the textbook exercise question number A in the previous lecture. We already completed question number A in the previous lecture. So let's start today with the question number B. So what the question number B is? There are 2 staff rooms with 5 fans. Just read the question very well. What the question is, just read it. There are 2 staff rooms with 5 fans in each room. I repeat this question again. There are 2 staff rooms with 5 fans in each room. How many fans in all? So last line is the main question that we have to find out. There are 2 staff rooms with 5 fans in each room. How many fans in all? So first of all, let me show you the staff room with fans. In our school there is also a staff room with fans, right? So that is not our school staff room, but that is a one picture. So you can just imagine the classroom, the staff room with the fans this way. So suppose this is the staff room with fans in it this way. This is the one staff room having 5 fans in it. Just try to understand the situation. There is a one staff room with 5 fans, and there is another same staff room with 5 another fans. So the question is that how many total fans in both the staff rooms? So let's start reading question again, so we can better understood this. There are 2 staff rooms with 5 fans in each room. Read the question very well again and again so you can understand it very well. There are 2 staff rooms with 5 fans in each room. How many fans in all? This is the question, that how many fans in all. So from this question we get 2 numerical numbers. We found 2 numbers from this question. First number is 2. So in this box I am writing 2 first, and after it I am finding the next digit, which is 5. So here I am writing 5. 2 5s are. We can write down the answer. That multiplication sentence is 2 5s are, and we can also speak the next multiplication sentence is 6 2s are. Sorry, 5 2s are. 2 5s are or 5 2s are. Both the multiplication sentences are the same one. It is 10. What the final answer is? What the product is? 10. So final, what we have to find? How many fans in all? That is the question. How many fans in all? So this answer we are getting that there are 10 fans in all. It is compulsory to give answer in the words. It is compulsory. Otherwise you will not get the proper marks. It is compulsory to write answer in the words. There are 10 fans in all. This is the perfect answer in the table format or in the words. Both the ways you have to give answer, that is compulsory. Let's go for the next question number C. Let's read the question. Not only one time, we have to read it twice or thrice so we can understand it very well. There are 4 chalk boxes in the cupboard. See, I am reading this first sentence again for you. Just try to understand it. There are 4 chalk boxes. Which boxes is there? There are 4 chalk boxes in the cupboard. In our school, there is a classroom, and each classroom has, if you remember, there are two cupboards in it, right? In our classroom, there are two cupboards are there, and we are the teachers putting the chalk boxes and dusters and all the stationeries in the cupboard, right? So same way, there are 4 chalk boxes in the cupboard. Each box has, there are 4 chalk boxes. So each box has 6 chalks in it. There is a 1 chalk box. There are 6 chalks in it. There are second chalk box. There are more 6 chalks in it. There are third chalk box. There are more 6 chalk sticks in it. There are the 4th chalk boxes, and there are more 6 chalk sticks are in it. Same way, each box has 6 chalks. So the question is, how many chalks in all? What the question is? How many chalks in all? This is the question. So let me show you the chalk boxes. See, these types of chalk boxes I am having when I was in the classroom, right? I write with these types of chalk sticks. See this, that colorful chalks I am using while I writing something on board. Okay students, so if you forget this chalk box, I just show you with this picture. It is easy to remember. chalk boxes. Okay. So in this question we are talking about these types of chalk boxes. Now let's try to solve the sum. There are 4 chalk boxes in the cupboard. Each chalk box has 6 chalks. So the question is what to find? How many chalks in all? So the question is how many chalks in all? So from this question we finding 2 numerical information. The first digit we are finding is 4. So here I am writing 4. And the another digit we are finding from this question is 6. So here I am writing 6. So 4 6 or 6 4. You can speak both the multiplication sentences and you will get the same answer. 4 6 and 6 4. Both are same. You can write down 24 as an answer. So the question is how many chalks in all? Just find out, just look for the last sentence. That is the main question that we have to find. How many chalks in all? This is the question. So here I am writing 24. So we also give answer in the words also. This way you have to write down answer and write down there are 24 chalks in all. How to write? There are 24 chalks in all. This way we can write down the answer in the words also. I hope you understood this. Now let's go for the sum number D, which is, let's read it not only one time, as I told you before that we are going to read it twice or thrice so we can understand this question very well. Dhruv has 2 maths periods. Okay, so you also having timetable, right? And you having a first lecture, second lecture as the 8th lecture. So every day Dhruv has 2 maths period and he goes to school 6 days in a week. There are 7 days in a week, but one day it is a Sunday, it is holiday. So the left 6 remaining days he goes to school, which is 6 days. So the question is how many maths periods? Just try to understand this question. How many maths periods does Dhruv have in a week? What the question is? How many maths periods does Dhruv have in a week? This is the question. We have to find out it. Now see this picture. In this picture, students are going to school. They are standing in front of the gate of the school. When the school will open, you also will come to school this way. Okay? Now, as per the question, we are finding 2 digits again from the question. The first digit we are finding is 2. So here I am writing 2. Just check this. Here I am writing 2. Then the next digit we are finding is 6. Which digit we are finding next is 6. So here I am writing 6. Now 2 6 and 6 2. We have to find out that 6 2 and 2 6. Both the multiplication sentences are the same and both the multiplication sentences will give you the same answer. So 2 6 and 6 2 is equal to 12. So we can write down 12 this way. So how many maths period Dhruv have in a week? So he is having 12 maths periods in a week. So we have to write down answers in the words also. It is compulsory to give answer. It is compulsory to write answers in the words. This way we can write down the answer in the words that he have. Just listen the words very carefully. He have 12 maths periods in a week. What the question is? How many maths periods does Dhruv have in a week? So the answer is he have 12 maths periods in a week. So this way it is compulsory to write answers in a words. Whenever you solve any word problem, it is compulsory to write answer in the words. Otherwise your marks will be deducted. It will be cut. Let's go for the next. Today's topic is next instruction for the next question. See this. Read the following word problem. Read the instructions also 2 times. Read the following word problem and decide. So after reading the question, you have to decide. Just listen the instruction very carefully. Read the following word problem and decide whether they are addition word problem. After reading the question, you have to decide that it is a addition word problem, it is subtraction word problem, or it is a multiplication word problem. Which word problem it is, you have to decide this and circle the correct symbol. So this is the instruction and it is saying you have to read the word problem very carefully, and after reading it you have to decide that which word problem it is. It is an addition word problem, it is subtraction word problem, or it is multiplication word problem. The symbols were given. We have to put circle on the correct symbol. Let's do some example first and then we will go for the textbook exercise. But let's do some examples first, so it is helpful to you students. Let's go for the question number 1. Here is the question number 1 now. Let's read it and try to decide which word problem it is. So let's read it. Josh had 16 marbles in his collection. You all know what is the meaning of marbles, right? Josh had 16 marbles in his collection. It means he have 16 marbles. Okay, let's go for the next. He lost 7 marbles. Okay, so Josh had 16 marbles and he lost 7 marbles from the 16. So the question is, how many marbles does he have now? So total he has having 16 marbles. How much marbles he is having? 16 marbles he is having. From that 16 marbles, he lost 7 marbles. He don't know where it is. Where the marbles were gone, he don't know. He left 7 from the 16. So how many marbles he have now? So which word problem it is? Addition word problem, subtraction word problem, or multiplication word problem? These signs are given: addition sign, subtraction sign or minus sign, or this is multiplication sign. We have to decide and put circle on the correct symbol. So the correct answer is subtraction. We not are going to solve the sum. We are not going to solve the sum or write down the answer. We just have to decide that which sum it is: addition, subtraction or multiplication. We have to decide the operation only, that which sum it is, an addition, subtraction or multiplication. We have to just decide this thing. Let's go for the next example. Example number 2. Let's read the question now. Megan has 19 seashells. Megan is a name. So Megan has 19 seashells. Okay, let's go for the next. How many more seashells? Read the question very well. Try to understand it. How many more seashells does she need to have 25 seashells in her collection? Just try to understand the question, that Megan has 19 seashells only and she want to make 25 seashells. So now how many seashells left to make 25? If you having 19 seashells and you want to make it 25, so how many seashells left to make 25 seashells? So which operation we have to follow? Addition, subtraction or multiplication? Which operation we have to follow? What do you think, students? All the sums we already had done in the past. We already done all these things. So just try to think by yourself, not to look in any fair book or anywhere else, not to ask to anyone. Just try to find out answer by yourself. That if she is having 19 seashells and she want to make 25 seashells, how much left? So left words indicates it is subtraction word problem. Which word problem it is? What it indicates? It indicates it is a subtraction word problem. This way you have to try to decide that which word problem it is. Now let's go for the question number 3. Let's try to read or try to understand it. Let's read it. Brad has 17 balloons. Brad is a name and he has total 17 balloons. How many balloons he is having? Brad has 17 balloons. 8 balloons are red and the rest are green. So from the 17 balloons, 8 balloons are red. From the 17 balloon, I repeat this thing, from the 17 balloons, 8 balloons are red and the rest are green. Just try to understand the question. Brad has 17 balloons, 8 balloons are red and the rest are green. So we have to find out how many balloons are green. How many green balloons does Brad have? Same as my question. If total 17 balloons are there and from the 17 balloons, 8 balloons are red. From the 17, 8 balloons are red. So the question is how many balloons are green? What the question is? How many balloons are green? So to find out that how many balloons are green, what we have to follow? Addition we have to do, subtraction we have to do, or multiplication we have to do. What to do? Which operation we have to follow? Which word problem sum is there? It is an addition word problem, subtraction word problem, or the multiplication word problem. Which operation it is? So I think If total 17 balloons are there and 8 balloons are red, so if I have to find out that how many are green, I have to follow the subtraction word problem. The how many total green balloons we have to find out, so it is a subtraction word problem is there. So the right answer is subtraction word problem. Let's go for the next sum, which is the question number 4. Let's read it. There are 38 books on the shelf. Okay, let's read the question again. There are 38 books on the shelf. Martha is a name. Martha put 10 more books on the shelf. Already 38 books were there on the shelf and Martha put 10 more books on the shelf. And her mom put 4 more books on the shelf. So first of all 38 books already were there. Then Martha put 10 more books on the shelf and after her mom put 4 more books on the shelf. So the question is, how many books are on the shelf now? So which operation we have to follow to find out how many books are on the shelf now? Total how many books are there we have to find out. Which word problem it is? It is an addition word problem, subtraction word problem or the multiplication word problem. Which word problem it is? We have to find out that which word problem it is. So as per the question, there are first 38 books were there. Then Martha put 10 more books on it. Then her mom put 4 more books on shelf. So if we want to find out how many total books are there, so we must follow addition word problem. By doing addition, we can find out how many books are there on the shelf. Total books we can find out by doing addition. So addition is the correct answer. Let's go for the question number 5. A bee has 6 legs. Just listen the question. A bee has 6 legs. How many legs do 8 bees have? So if there is a one bee has 6 legs, so how many legs do 8 bees have? So which word problem it is? An addition word problem, subtraction word problem or the multiplication word problem? Which word problem it is? So it is a multiplication word problem. If you do 6 8s or 8 6s, you will find out how many legs do these bees have. So the multiplication word problem it is. So thank you so much students for watching this video. We will continue these word problems in the next lecture. So please try to write down these sums in the rough book. Stay home, stay safe. Have a nice day students. Now revision is compulsory for you all. So please do revision of all the subjects. All the best for it. So take care. Have a nice day.